Greetings, everyone. Brad here with Mild-Mannered EDC. Hope you're doing awesome out there. So today, we're going to be doing a first in a series of what I'm calling no Sweet Talk Quikie Reviews. That's right. These are reviews that are going to get right to the point. No messing around. None of my normal cutaways or graphics or intro music or any of that business. Just really nuts and bolts of a knife with sort of my take on it. So these will be on knives that I actually don't think need that much of a review or have been reviewed to death by members of my colleagues out there in the wonderful knife YouTube community. And so I really am doing these more to give you kind of my sense and sort of the mild-mannered flavor of what I'm seeing on this particular knife. So I hope these are useful. I hope they're fun, and I hope they get you what you need in just a few short minutes. So here we go. The North Arm Skaha II. That's right. These are manufactured out of British Columbia, Canada by father and son teams. There you can see that logo, North Arms knives. Now, the biggest thing I can mention about these knives sort of right out of the gate is they take forever. It is about a 2-year wait list. At least that was my experience just getting this into the collection about a month ago. So I anticipate it's probably pretty similar, although they've continued to try to speed up their production process as best they can. But again, it's a father and son team and they're doing all these all in-house, so it does take a little while. But 2 years, was it worth the wait? You betcha. This is really a beautiful knife. It's got a 3.3-inch blade. It's 7.75 inches overall and 2.7 ounces. Now, and that's in this gorgeous carbon fiber. The G10 model, I think, is slightly heavier. But yeah, really wonderful specs for just an all-around EDC knife that's done exceptionally well. With this blade, you've got an S35 VN steel. You can see that right there, I believe. You've got their little logo there. No other markings on the blade. Beautifully done grind. It's just gorgeous. Came hair popping sharp, even on both sides. Just wonderful choiled. I mean, they just nailed the termination point there. Just excellent. Nice thin .10 blade stock. A little bit of jimping, everything chamfered. Yeah, this thing is an EDC blade that you know, if every EDC blade was like this, you know, most people I don't think would be complaining about their knives. It's just done really well. And who can argue with S35 VN, right? So there you go. All right. Probably the best part of this knife is the action. Apart from the blade, which is pretty fantastic, the action is, oh yeah, I mean, and this was right out of the box. I mean, you can just listen. Oh gosh, I just don't get tired of that. On top of the opening action, yeah, it's basically a fall shut right out of the gate, running on caged ball bearings. But yeah, I mean, this action is just truly fantastic. And like I said, it came tuned like that right out of the box. I haven't had to do any kind of maintenance or cleaning it up or anything. So there you go. I love the action on this knife. It's fantastic. It is a liner lock. So there you go. You've got a little bit of a nested liner in there. No other liners. It is particularly just this carbon fiber on both sides. Like I said, you can get the G10 variant. I think this carbon fiber is quite beautiful. They did a really nice job. No voids anywhere as far as I can see. Stainless steel pocket clip here that you can see. It's deep carry style, but not exactly deep carry. And I don't know if you can see inside here, but they actually finish off the carbon fiber to a nice polish on the insides as well, which is just kind of a nice touch, I think. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and I think that's pretty great. So how does this carry an ergo, and how are the ergos? The ergos are pretty darn good on this. I don't have a lot to complain about. In fact, I think they're pretty excellent. I think this could be, you know, as good all-around ergos as you'll find. There are some folks, including my buddy Pete over at Cedric and Ada, that aren't a big fan of the flipper tab. And particularly, I can imagine when he's doing all of his knife or rope test cuts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see it a little bit, but for me, I think it's pretty darn fantastic. So I don't have any problems with the ergos at all. Again, I mentioned you've got this deep carry pocket clip, which isn't quite deep carry because of where it's positioned on the scale, but that's not the end of any world as long as you don't mind a little bit popping out, and it's attractive, right? So who does? So overall, you know, a $250 knife that's coming out of Canada, it takes about 2 years to get. You know, I think if it didn't have that wait time on it, I think this might be one of the best all-around EDC options out there. I have no problem saying that, honestly. This is just that good in terms of execution and materials. So, you know, if this was a knife that you could just go to, you know, Amazon or Blade HQ or whatever and pick up, I think it would own the EDC market. But it's not. It's got a little bit of a story to it. And, you know, thanks to people like Nick Sabaz, thanks, Nick, it takes a little while to get one of these suckers. But that's okay. So if this is something you're interested in, if this looks good to you, maybe get on that wait list, because I think it's definitely worth it, and you won't be regretting it when it finally does arrive at your door. So with that, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Stay safe out there. Be mild-mannered to one another, and all the best.